Alex Vance was the coldest billionaire in the city until the day he saw a bruise on his assistant's arm. One small injury, one scared smile, and suddenly his whole world stopped. What he discovered next would pull him into a storm of danger, heartbreak, and a kind of love he never believed he deserved. This is the story of how one bruise exposed the secret that changed two lives forever. The moment Alex Vance saw the bruise on Stacy's arm, something inside him stopped. It felt like the world around him froze, the office lights, the quiet air, even the sound of his own breath. Alex was a billionaire CEO, known all over Nigeria and even outside the country. People said he was ice cold, focused, a man without feelings. But that morning, something warm and heavy pushed through the walls he had built around his heart. Stacy, his personal assistant, walked into his office with her usual bright smile. She carried his coffee like she always did, carefully, gently, like she was afraid to spill even a drop. But her smile did not reach her eyes today. Her eyes looked tired, scared, and almost lost. When her sleeve lifted for just 1 second, Alex saw it, the bruise. "That bruise wasn't there yesterday," he said quietly. Stacy froze like someone had caught her stealing. She tried to laugh, but her voice shook. It's nothing. I hit my arm on my cabinet this morning. Clumsy me." It was a lie. A small lie. A scared lie. Alex had built companies from the ground up because he knew how to read people. But he had never wanted to read someone the way he wanted to read her now. The whole day he watched her closely, not in a creepy way, but with silent worry. She moved slower. She tried to hide a limp. She held her bag close to her side like she was protecting herself. And later, he heard her voice when she took a private call. "Damien, please, I said I'll come home late. I'm at work. Please stop shouting." Her voice broke on the last word. Alex stood in his office doorway listening, heart heavy. He did not want to jump to conclusions, but everything pointed in one direction, and he hated it. That evening, Alex could not sleep. He stood on the balcony of his penthouse staring at the city lights, but all he saw was Stacy's frightened eyes. Something was wrong, something dangerous, and she was too afraid to say it. The next morning, he arrived early and searched her fiancé, Damien. Everything looked normal on the surface, but Alex was not fooled. He zoomed into pictures of the couple. He saw another faint bruise in her wrist in old photos. His jaw tightened. By the next afternoon, he heard her whisper in the stairwell, "You said you'd stop. You scared me. If you come to my office again, I'll have to tell someone." Her voice cracked. That was all Alex needed to hear. He called a private investigator. "I want everything on a man named Damien. Start tonight." And for the first time in many years, Alex felt fear, not for himself, but for someone he wished he didn't care about so much. But he did, and the bruise had changed everything.
3 days passed. 3 long days of watching Stacy move like a shadow through the office. Quiet, tired, pretending to be fine. But Alex now knew better. He had gotten the investigator's report and it was worse than he expected. Police calls, screaming, threats. Damien's angry texts saying, "You're mine. Try to leave and see what happens." Alex wanted to break something. But the real shock came the 4th morning. Stacy didn't come to work. No call, no message, nothing. He tried calling her phone, but it went straight to voicemail. After 30 minutes of waiting, Alex grabbed his keys and left. Her apartment building was quiet when he arrived. Too quiet. He knocked, no reply. He tried the handle. It opened. The room smelled of perfume and something burnt. A broken vase lay on the floor. Water, flowers, glass, a sign of struggle. "Stacy," Alex called gently. A soft sound came from the living room. A tired breath. He rushed in. She sat on the couch, holding one arm to her chest. Her lip was cut. The side of her face was swollen. Her eyes were red, like she had cried until she had no tears left. When she looked at him, she didn't even act surprised. "Alex," she whispered. He knelt in front of her. "Did Damien do this?" She closed her eyes and nodded once. It was a small nod, but it carried the weight of everything. Months of pain, fear, and silence. "He said if I told anyone, he'd come back. He said he'd kill me if I ever tried to leave." Alex felt his heart break. Not crack, break. "You're leaving now," he said. His voice was gentle but firm like stone. "You're not staying here another night." "I can't," she cried softly. "He'll find me." "No," Alex said. "He won't." She tried to argue, but her strength broke. And for the first time in her whole life, Stacy let someone hold her while she cried. Not polite tears, deep, shaking, painful sobs that carried months of fear. Alex held her like she was the most important thing in his world, because she was. He took her to his penthouse, a safe place. He carried her bags. He set up a room for her with everything she needed. He made soup when she couldn't eat solid food. He sat beside her couch until she fell asleep, just so she wouldn't feel alone. 3 weeks passed. She healed slowly. Nightmares faded. She smiled again, small at first, then brighter. One morning she said, "I slept without fear." That same day, she signed the papers for a restraining order with a lawyer Alex hired. But Damien fought back. He stalked her, sent threats, followed her to court. But Stacy didn't hide. She stood in court, voice steady, and told the judge the truth. She won. Damien was arrested. And for the first time in many months, the world felt safe again.
Stacy was no longer the scared woman Alex found on that couch. She was strong now, quiet strong, the kind of strength that comes from surviving storms. She went to therapy, rebuilt her confidence, started wearing color again, and even suggested building a rooftop garden at Vance Tower. Now, that same rooftop glowed with soft lights at sunset, green plants, warm lanterns, and the golden shine of the Lagos skyline made the place look magical. Alex held 2 glasses of champagne when she walked up to join him. Her green dress fluttered in the wind. Her smile was soft, real, and when their eyes met, something warm passed between them, something that had been growing slowly for months. "You booked the whole rooftop," she teased. He smiled. "My assistant did." "You mean me?" "Exactly. You're very efficient." They laughed. But tonight wasn't just for laughter. Alex looked nervous, something rare for him. "Do you know what today is?" he asked. "Thursday," she said playfully. He shook his head with a small smile. "1 year ago today, I found you in your apartment." Her smile softened, not sad, just thoughtful. He continued. "I have been in love with you longer than I should admit," Alex said quietly. "But I stayed silent because you needed time to heal. And I wanted you whole, not scared, not hurting, not depending on anyone." Her eyes grew warm. He took a breath. "I don't owe you anything. I just needed you to know." Stacy stepped closer. very close. "Alex," she whispered, "do you know what you did for me? You didn't save me. You saw me. You believed me when I was afraid to speak. You helped me find myself again." She touched his hand gently. "And now," she said, voice steady, "I'm ready. I'm not scared anymore. And yes, I love you." Alex felt the world go still. Slowly, gently, he cupped her face and kissed her soft, warm, honest. A kiss filled with a year of quiet feelings finally set free. When they pulled back, she rested her forehead on his. "You came at the right time," she whispered. "No," he said softly. "I came when you needed someone to stand beside you." Below them, the city lights sparkled like a million tiny stars. Above them, the real stars shone quietly. Between them, something beautiful began. Not fear, not pain, not survival. Love. Don't forget to subscribe and share this video so more people can enjoy Noah Folktales. More powerful stories drop every